What's up, Ann Arbor? It's Pete Cunningham here, and with me always is Bob Gross. It's day 7 of the World Cup, and let's get right into it with yesterday's action. First off, yesterday we had Chile versus Honduras. Chile with a 1-0 win. Chile looked probably one of the most impressive teams I've seen so far, especially Alexis Sanchez. Guy's dynamite.
Oh yeah. I kind of think of Chile as like the California of South America.
You basing that on anything?
Just a thought, and I didn't watch much of that game.
Okay, so maybe a game that Bob did bother to watch. Spain versus Switzerland. Spain, co-favorites in the tournament. Choke. 1-0 loss to Switzerland. They haven't lost since 1954.
I like to think of this as like the Roger Federer, Rafael Nadal matchup, and Swiss pulled it out on the grass. This is not good for Spain. This is only their second loss in the last 49 games, but keep this in mind. Only 3 teams have ever lost a game and went on to win the World Cup. That said, I thought Spain looked good besides the fact that they had no finishing, didn't have a lot of composure, and I think they're lacking some leadership. Where's Raul when you need him?
Well, they have artificial surface on some of these venues, but none of them have clay. So, sorry, Spain. Once a choker, always a choker. All right, moving on to Uruguay versus South Africa. And as good as the tournament started for South Africa with that tie against Mexico, they just looked absolutely horrid today against Uruguay. 3-0. Diego Forlan looking spectacular. Luis Suarez, barring a few questionable dives, looked amazing as well.
Yeah. Yeah, the dream is turning into a nightmare for the South Africans. I mean, they looked really overmatched in this game. Cracker of a goal by Forlan. That first goal was just unbelievable. But second round's here, and you know what that means?
Goals.
Oh my God, thank you. You know, teams have been playing really tentatively. They're more than happy to take that 1 point. It's looked like 13 teams didn't score a goal in the first round. It's not going to be the case in the second round. Goals are going to start pouring in, and that's a good sign for me and you.
I agree. I mean, case in point, look at Uruguay's third goal. 93 minutes on the clock. They're up 2-0. They didn't have to go to goal. They wanted to go to goal. Looking for blood. Got that last goal. So I think we're going to see more of that as we get into the second round. But that brings us, seeing a lot of goals, that brings us into a little conspiracy theory by my man Bob.
Yeah, I know we've pointed out that we think the goals are going to increase in the second round, but here's a little food for thought for you. Who's the only team that didn't have trouble scoring goals in the first round?
Germany.
Who's the ball manufacturer for this World Cup? These weird balls that people are having a hard time scoring with?
No, Adidas, a company that's based in
Germany? Food for thought.
Think about it, folks. Hey, I'm outside of Pinball Pete's in downtown Ann Arbor. You know what that means?
What, shameless self-promotion with anything that shares a first name with you?
No, picks. All right, before we get into the pick of today's games, I want to tell you about Friday's games. USA versus Slovenia, 10 a.m., AnnArbor.com building. Be there. We're going to have our community space open for the community to watch the game. So come on out. The doors will open at 9, kickoff at 10. We'll be there watching the game. Should be a good time.
Oh, yeah. Make a couple bold statements. You could end up on this show.
All right.
It's exciting stuff.
Maybe that'll hurt our chances. Anyway, we'll move on to the picks of today. So first off, we've got Argentina versus South Korea. I like Argentina in this one, even though South Korea was pretty impressive against Greece. I'm going to take Argentina. Lionel Messi, I think, is going to get off the snide. Put a couple in there.
Yeah, I like Argentina in this game as well. I think J.S. Park's going to notch another goal, but Argentina's too much. They're just a really talented squad. I like them 2-1.
All right. On to the next game, we've got Nigeria versus Greece, and there's no real logic to my pick, even though I'm taking the Greeks. I can't believe that a team could play that bad twice in a row, so I'm going to say that they come out and beat Nigeria.
They don't have to play that bad. They'll just play kind of bad, and I think they're going to lose to Nigeria. No problem there. Last game, Mexico-France. Mexico's my squad, man. I like a big game from Dos Santos, and I like Mexico winning 2-0.
Yeah, Dos Santos looked really good in that first game against South Africa. I like Mexico as well, and France, let's face it, your coach is crazy. Henry's on the bench. Not looking good for the Les Bleus.
Mail?
We got a lot of email from viewers today, and so many so that we actually had to have the intern shift through them all to pick out the best ones. But here they are. First one's from Schaefer, and he says, who in your opinion is the most impressive player so far in the tournament? For me personally, I'm going to say it's Giovanni Dos Santos from Mexico. I know they didn't beat South Africa, but he really put his fingerprint on that game. Only 21 years old, came up through the Barcelona youth program, plays for Tottenham now, and he is a really impressive player. He's going to need to be so if Mexico is going to go somewhere in this tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. He was real impressive against South Africa. I really liked Alexis Sanchez, Chilean midfielder. He really impressed me. Going on that impressive note, who do you think was the most impressive team?
I mean, it's really hard to say it's anybody but Germany. 4 goals, you can't pick any holes in that victory. I mean, it's just absolutely an impressive victory.
Other side of that coin, I'd say the least impressive would have to be Spain. I believe you agree with me on that one.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, maybe not least impressive, but certainly, like, most disappointing or least impressive result. I still think Spain looked like a better team out there. They just didn't get the win. I still think they're going to get through the group. It's theirs to win, but makes things interesting.
That leads us into another email. This from Chai Marathon, who says, the new group to watch is Group H, with Spain losing and Chile looking strong against Honduras. Second games in that group should get interesting. I agree. After seeing Chile, they're the team to beat, but a desperate Spain is definitely going to be a fun thing to watch.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Now, moving on, we've got another email from an expatriate in South Korea, actually.
Yeah, that is the one and only Will Roby. We get a lot of correspondence in Asia right now.
We're big in Asia.
We're huge over there. Yeah. And he just was giving us a feel for the scene over there. He said that they're emptying out baseball stadiums for the game, or filling them up, I should say. Over 50,000 people to watch the games, plus they're showing the games in 3D. I mean, it just sounds like a party over there. If you got like 1 million extra frequent flyer miles, head over to South Korea.
And speaking of filling up those baseball stadiums, that's going to have nothing on the AnnArbor.com viewing party for the U.S.-Slovenia game. As always, you can email us. You can contact Peter Cunningham at AnnArbor.com. That's Peter Cunningham at AnnArbor.com. As always, I'm Pete Cunningham. He's Bob Gross. And we're out.